Good morning. Oh my goodness, I am so excited today, guys. I am so giddy right now. This is Shirley Luu coming back to you for another episode, Focus in Finance. Today, I happen to have a wonderful, wonderful friend that I met through another mutual friend, and I love her name. It's called, ready for this? Darvincia, the Money Chic. How's that? Now, most of you guys know that I'm in the money business, okay? And I talk about money all the time. But when you begin to have a new partner called the Money Chic, oh, I wish I had that name. So before we get started here into fun stuff today, Darvincia, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, you gotta tell the audience about you, about how in the heck did you come with the Money Chic, all that.
Yes, so for me, it started, just looking around in my community and seeing, we're in one of the wealthiest countries in the world, and yet still people are retiring broke, still going back to work after retirement. And so I said, something has to be done. And I knew that there were wealthy people, many wealthy people in our country, right? So I'm like, there's something that's being overlooked in many of our communities that has to be addressed. And so why not be the solution to that problem?
That's wonderful. Well, as you know, look, the green hair, right? When I first met her, I was like, green hair. Well, but did you guys also know that every show, the other show that I have, I wear the bright yellow, I wear the bright orange, I wear the kind of things that it just shines out. But you know what? That's what makes her special. That makes her mark identity when people say the Money Chic. Oh, is that the one with the green hair? Oh my God, that's how everyone knows her. But it's really exciting because you know what? I love what she does. When I met her, and one of the things is I want to congratulate her on the recent winning. Let me tell you, this woman's no joke, okay? So for those of you who think this, she's no joke. So let me tell you why. She believes wholeheartedly about the financial education literacy to all. And recently, the state of Maryland, she was able to very soon, 2026, launch a very unique program called FinLit for the school system in the state of Maryland. I'm going to let her tell her a little bit more about it, kind of a little bit, just a quick showcase, real quick overview of what this thing is about and why it's important as we're working with kids across the country with money.
Absolutely, yes. So realistically, many of us don't learn about money until we make our first money mistake, right?
Right.
And traditionally, financial education is not in curriculums at schools, right? And so my thing was identify a way to educate our youth, get them this information early so that their introduction to money is not debt. So that their introduction to money is not their first money mistake. And so also understanding that if I'm tapping into an underserved audience, I understand that they're not going to have the money to pay me, right? So I had to identify a better way to reach this audience. And so what better way than to reach to the school system, get a contract with the school system, make sure that we incorporate the financial stipend so that they are leaving not just with a certificate of completion, but an actual growth account. So a real tangible step to financial freedom and not wait to that first money mistake.
See, I think that's really important what you just said. Most educator goes out there and you kind of educate, you tell people, you need to do this, you need to do this. But people don't start doing anything. People are one of the worst procrastinator there is. With her particular program is that she begins to give people, in some cases, seed money to start. It's okay, I just taught you all these classes, but let's talk about where this money comes from. And I think that's what makes you so unique in that respect. And hey look, it is no joke, winning a major contract for a state to go in and teach from elementary school to middle school to high school about money and learning at a very early age. I admire you so much. And the other things too, I mean, she doesn't just do that with the school system. She goes out to the community doing some major events. And tomorrow I think you and I can have some fun at another major event with some business folks.
Exciting.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Where do you envision with this particular program as you go into the school system, teaching kids about money? Do you see that just happen in Maryland? Or tell me a little bit, what do you see this whole thing?
Such a great question. So, if you know anything about me, you know I'm a visionary, and so I dream big, and my dreams are big enough that they can include others, right? And so I feel like, why would we stop with Maryland? Let's take this state to state, nationwide, because we all need this. All of our school systems need to educate our youth. We need to make sure that they have something to create a path to financial freedom, whichever direction they choose to go and whichever way it looks like for them, but making a way to have access to that. And so if I have anything to do with it, my vision is taking this all across the country. I want to redefine financial freedom and create access to it for all.
You know, it's interesting. It's one thing to teach people how to save and all the other stuff, like as you go across student. There was another student, he's in high school, so he started 1 or 2 years in college, and I talked to his mom last night. He said, oh my gosh, my son, he just love about money, love about finances, love all this, but he cannot have an opportunity, because, you know, when you're young, you know, financial firm, most of them out there are like, excuse me, you have any experience? How much millions of dollars have you sold? Have you done this and this? And when I had talked to her that, well, your son, tell him, come check me out. Come in and let's have a conversation. Yes. And but of course, you know, naturally I told the mom, I said, if I was the mother, I think you better check me out first before your son checks me out.
That's right.
She spent the entire day, she spent 12 hours with me yesterday. 12 hours. We're working on 8 hours. She spent 12 hours. And she was just blown away. Yeah. She go, you know. And so, you know, what I love about you is that you always want to share the wealth, the knowledge, the information, you know. So let me ask you this. As you're going out there, do you see pushback at all, even in learning about financial or even getting people to start?
Honestly, the pushback came when I was reaching out to people individually, as opposed to going through a large organization where they know this is someone that really understands that I'm headed towards this direction, and they have my best interest at heart. But you will have moments where people may not be receptive, and I always see that as just not right now, right? Because the information that we have to share with people, we know we're changing lives. And even if a person's not yet ready to receive it, they will at some point. So I never hear no. I always hear not right now. I'll see you when you come back. And they do. They always do.
Well, you know, I think a couple of reasons for that is, one, the hesitation of change.
Yes.
They're afraid of change and all that. And I think the second one is that people always think, gosh, you know what? I'm struggling with my bills as it is. And you're telling me to put another $100, $150 aside? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, some of us, I'm making $12 an hour and I'm making, you know, $20 an hour. How do I make that? You know what I mean? So to them, it's like a major sacrifice in some way, somehow, you know, and then of course there's also uncertainty. Can I trust you with my money? Is it going to lose? What is that going to do? And, you know, and so with that, and when you said you go towards big folks, like corporation, individual, I think it's because those people are familiar with money, how money makes more money, how money creates money.
They get it.
They get it. So when they see that, they say, but when sometimes some folks that's just trying to barely struggle.
That's all they can see.
Yeah. And you know, I think that your timing right now is going to be impeccable, because let me tell you, with the economic conditions coming up, guess what? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you got money out there in the stock market and things like that, it's coming. The other shoe is going to fall.
And I think that's what has me so excited about partnering with you, you know, and the passion that you have behind what you do, and then the realistic, measurable results. Like the products and services that we had to offer people are life-changing. The tax advantage products are life-changing that many people just don't know about. And so being in a position to educate and then also couple that with providing them with something that's going to change their lives for them and their family, it's phenomenal. So I couldn't be more excited to partner with you, truly.
Well, and then one last comment I also want you to talk about is, by the way, she's no joke, okay? She was in New York City, did a pitch with Goldman Sachs. Hey, you don't get in front of Goldman Sachs and talk about money, okay? Unless you're somebody worthy, all right? But how did that go?
So Goldman Sachs, all expense paid trip to New York, and we'll be funding for the next 3 to 4 months. NYU Stern School of Business, but just believing in what we're doing and seeing the direction that we're going and the impact that we're going to make, and they are willing to invest in it.
Isn't that amazing, guys? I mean, Goldman Sachs willing to invest the money so that the Money Chic, Darvincia here, my friend. By the way, she's just not my friend. She's like a sister to me.
Yes.
I don't know what it was. We just connected real
Instant connection.
instant. You know how something. And remember my previous show a few minutes ago. What did it say? Laughter is one of probably the best medicine, and you had to come in bright and smile. What have you noticed about her the minute she entered the studio? She's got grin face to face, like as though she won the lottery all day long. And everything, you know, when we talk, it's always, you can always tell, you know, I talk to you, you uplift me.
Same. Thank you.
You know?
Thank you.
And so I think we bounce energy off each other.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
So can you tell them a little bit how they get in touch with you real quick?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. You guys can always visit us on the web at themoneychick.com. And guys, so that you know, the chick has no K. And just to expound on that a little bit, it's, you can be about finance and be chic. Right? So themoneychick.com, or on all social media platforms at Darvincia. And that's where you can find me. I hope to see you guys soon.
And like all of you guys, you can Google my name all day long, everywhere and anywhere. But if you want to get in touch, my website is ShirleyLouAssociates.com. Again, Shirley Luu, it's L-U-U, not L-O-U, associates.com. And my can be reached number is always 703-608-1203. So, you know, we're nearing, actually in the month of December. And I know right now all of you guys are scrambling to think, what do I buy my grandchildren? What do I buy my kids? What do I buy my daughter and son? You need to think about it. It's one thing to spend money, but it's time to start thinking about saving money. Because let me tell you, that one toy that you buy right there, it may be gone, you know, within the next 6 months. They'll throw it out and you'll never see it. But imagine if you can give them the gift, a gift of money. I tell you, I did it for my grandbabies. And the other day, I was looking at their account. I'm like, what? You mean this 2-year-old had $10,000? How did that happen? It was, but you know what? It did it because I forced the parents to think about it. So, until next time, I always want you to remember this. We rise by uplifting others. So remember that. And hey, I'll look forward to seeing the next episode.